Greens, ladies and gents. Ilzy from Heathen Scent here. Welcome to my channel. Okay, today we've got a review here for my first Mancera fragrance. Now, I didn't really sort of know too much about the house beforehand, but I thought, okay, you know, I've heard a lot of good things about the house altogether, that they got some great, affordable, niche fragrances. So I thought, okay, let's take the plunge, see what I can find. And you know, I went to the city perfume store near me, and they had a few of them. They had Cedric Boise, they had I think it was Roses Vanille or something like that, and they had this one in this lovely little pouch over here named Red Tobacco. So I'm sure many of you probably know about this house, about this fragrance, but anyone who doesn't, here we go, here's a review for you. So, you know, start off with the presentation or anything like that. You have got a nice red bottle with sort of gold at the bottom, which shows you all the information right there. You know, you got the black sort of plastic sort of cap with the gold emblem over there. You got, you know, the fact that it's, you know, Mancera Paris, Red Tobacco. You've got Eau de Parfum right over there. It's going to be, what, 4 ounces or otherwise 120 mil. And this one I got for over, what was it? I think it was like a $190 or $200, whatever. I got a little discount. Thank you very much, Vivian. You're always very kind to me. Anyway, so open up. It's got a bit of a screw-on cap, which is pretty cool. So, you know, screws on like that. Very nice and tight. It's going to be on there. Obviously, you're not going to have a problem with lifting it out by the cap. So, let's give it a bit of a spray and we'll go from there. Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. This might be a bit of a favorite for me, or for winter, I'd say. So that's going to be something on the versatility. But anyway, let's go with the notes of this fragrance. So at the top, we have got cinnamon, oud, otherwise known as agarwood, saffron, incense, nutmeg, green apple, and white pear. At the heart, we have got patchouli and jasmine. And at the base, we have got tobacco, Madagascar vanilla, amber, sandalwood, guaiac wood, white musk, and Haitian vetiver. Now, oh, at the top. So, this is very much a much more, how should I say, a very well blended fragrance. You know, like, you got those fruits in there, the incense, and that cinnamon and that saffron, they really sort of blend well together. They get this real sort of smoky, sweet, citrusy sort of vibe. The funny thing is, like, at first, you know, okay, all throughout the fragrance, you get that tobacco note, and especially around that opening, especially for like that first hour and a half or so, it really lasts long with that opening, especially thanks to that patchouli that really sort of, you know, gets those top notes really lasting, and it just blends in so well. But I get this real sort of almost like this fruity sort of wine sort of smell to it that's very smooth, and the oud in there really sort of, I don't know, it lends quite a bit of nuances to all the different sort of ingredients in there. It really gives a lift to it, and it's so creamy and sweet. I don't know, it's almost like I'm getting like a fortified wine type of opening that's just so, I don't know, it smells so classic, but it smells so sweet and not quite boozy, but definitely very rich, and I love that. As I said, it lasts about a good hour and a half until those top notes fade away, until you get that patchouli and jasmine. And the patchouli and the jasmine, okay, so the patchouli, obviously you're going to get like that earthiness that's really going to sort of help out that tobacco, and it's going to sort of give that sort of earthiness to the tobacco, and it's going to just get it going through the whole fragrance. And you know, it is definitely chocolatey as well. And that jasmine, now I know that it's going to be a synthetic jasmine, but regardless, you got two different types of ones that actually get used in perfumery, and one of them is Jasmine Grandiflorum. The Grandiflorum is more of like your very sort of white floral type of jasmine that's really sort of bright and very feminine. I mean, so is the other one, which is the Jasmine Sandback, and the Jasmine Sandback is a bit more of your sort of sensual, sort of almost sweet type of jasmine. It really is very seductive and sensual. I absolutely love it. It sort of lends a bit more of a sweetness to that patchouli. It really gives it a nice sort of seductive feel in the mid right there that seems to last a good 6 to 7 hours until it gets to that dry down with those base notes, and that's when you get more of those sweet and woody notes in there. You've got the Haitian vetiver, you've got that guaiac wood that sort of lends a bit of smokiness to the tobacco, and then you've got the Madagascar vanilla that sort of is nice and syrupy sweet, and the amber there that just, it's a very dense sort of base that just really lasts such a long time, and it's so beautiful. I found it so rich, so dark, so woody, and it's just something else. And that dry down lasts all the way till the 14 or so hour mark. So I'm getting a ridiculous amount of longevity for this fragrance. 14 to 15 hours seems to be the average of it. Now let's get on to the versatility of this fragrance. Now this is definitely going to be one of your colder time of the year fragrances. It's going to be more for autumn and winter because I just don't really sort of get anything sort of fresh from this. The closest I get to any freshness will be from that green apple and white pear, but the way it sort of blends in with the other notes, it's much more darkened and sweeter, so more on the syrupy sort of side. And I'd say it's more of a masculine type of fragrance, although I think ladies can pull it off as well. It's definitely much more of a mature scent as well. I'd see a person, mainly male, female too, definitely in late 20s and up, 30s, 40s. Look, I didn't get many compliments at all from the youngies, from like the early 20s. I'm mainly getting compliments from people 30 and up for this. Now let's get on to the projection of this fragrance. So look, this doesn't really sort of project too far. It's pretty much, I'll get about a meter or so of projection that lasts though quite a while. I'd say about a good 8 to 9 hours before it started getting closer to the skin. Even then, I was still getting about half an arm's length, and then once it goes past that, obviously it gets nice and close to the skin, which is fine because this thing lasts like an absolute beast and smells absolutely amazing. And so, on to the next thing. Would I buy another bottle? Would it stay in my collection? Yes, 100%. This I'll definitely buy another bottle of, and I'll be honest, after smelling this, I definitely want to experience more Mancera fragrances. Considering how affordable this is for a niche fragrance, how could you go wrong for the longevity and how good this smells, at least in my opinion? I don't know, guys. Give it a try. If you can find it in the store, test it out. Look, it's going to be cheaper than like a lot of your Creed or anything like that. Considering, I got it for about 200 Australian dollars. You can probably get it for even cheaper looking on sites like feelingsexy.com.au or like Max Aroma or anything like that. So go check out those websites, or if you can find the store, as I said before, go try it in store. You definitely want to try it in store first because look, niche fragrances are usually not your mass appealing ones, so you want to know what you're buying first before you do. Anyway, guys, this has been my review for Mancera's Red Tobacco. I hope you like what you see and what you hear. If you do, please hit that like button. Please comment below if you smelt this before, if you like it, or if you didn't like it, whatever. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, please hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell for more fragrant videos like this straight to your feed. And remember, if you smell good, you feel good. Blessed be to you all, and I'll see you on the next video.